Test 1. All buttons on main menu form take you to the correct preceding form. Any with pre-made should take you to a drop-down menu, giving you the option to choose between different pre-made bows, and custom allows you to input your own options. And view scores should take you to a score sheet that you can view. Down menu, this one works. Inputs, this one works. Drop down, works. Inputs, works. Score screen, works. Pre-made simulation ones should take you to a form once inputs have been put in that is empty due to this not being implemented yet. Empty form, this works. Simulation. Empty form also works. Game settings should take you to a form that draws whatever target has been previously specified. Target has been drawn correctly. Targets have been drawn correctly. Test that all back buttons work. All back buttons work correctly and take you to the correct previous form. Test that validation works. For this should be verified to be an integer above 0, and the same with the other two. All numbers should be accepted, however this will be rounded to the nearest whole number. Bow height cannot be 0 centimeters. Once these are all integers, you can then move to the next form. Since these have all been left blank, the inputs have not been accepted and errors have occurred. Once one has been selected on this, the error should go away, which works correctly for both options. Text should not be allowed in any of these boxes, which is not. Once these have been inputted, it should generate a set of faces, which it does. Number of rings should change the number of rings, which it does. And the number of faces should change how many appear, which it has done correctly. If this is too large, I believe it doesn't work, as this cannot be stored as an integer. And once the maximum number of colours has been exceeded, it will then iterate through, repeating the colours. On click, a coloured dot should appear indicating where the calculations have worked out that the arrow should land. Works correctly. Once the specified number of arrows has been shot, it should move on to the form that gives you your scores. Works correctly. Scoring is not working properly. However, displaying of the scores is working correctly. Row total adds up correctly. Running total also adds correctly. Checks that whether there is anything in the box. If not, it doesn't let you proceed. And if there is, the score is then saved. When start game pre-made is clicked, a drop-down menu appears. If nothing is selected, an error occurs and you can't proceed to the next form. If you select one, you can then proceed to the next form. Same again here. Target face is drawn correctly, and once 6 arrows are shot, which was specified previously, it then scores, which also does not work, and scores can be saved if a correct name has been put in. These scores are then displayed later here with the actual score that was achieved, the bow type, which is not applicable due to customization of bows. It puts in the correct date as specified down here and correctly calculates the average with the name that the user has chosen. The higher the weight of the arrows, the further down on the target the arrow should hit. So if that is changed to 200 with if clicking at the top of the white, this goes mid-red. Now with 2. With 2 at the top of the white, it then drops lower. Going back between forms should allow you to change the details of what is being used. So if I import 20 and then a distance of 30 with 5 faces, at 80 centimeters, 5 rings. It then generates 5. However, if 2 is inputted, it then generates 2 targets. This functions correctly. If in the name box the symbol of a vertical line is used, this should not be accepted, as this is used to format the details in the files. This is not accepted. However, any set of integers and strings should be accepted. Every time a string is entered, it is correctly displayed here with another place number next to the name. Once something is edited in this menu or this menu, it should then be changed in this file. This file has been correctly changed. File has once again been correctly changed.